Ben, since you registered as a charity in 2010, a lot's happened over those last 5 years. What in your mind has been the biggest change?
But the real change, I would say, is registering as a charitable foundation. It opens up some fantastic tax breaks. It really gives you some credence around people. Everyone who gives you any money, you give me £1, you know that I'm going to put 99 pence of that pound into community delivery to ensure that we're helping young people. That sort of charitable registration gives it so much more safeguarding, and you feel comfortable that we're going to do great work with the money.
Do you look at other clubs, Premiership foundations, and think, God, I wish we could be doing that, or they're the benchmark that we should be aspiring to? Is there a club that stands out for you?
Yeah, we have friends within friends, if you know what I mean. We're still part of the Premiership Rugby community family, and actually it's a massive testament to the work that we continually do. We've grown year on year. 4 years ago, when Bristol was already a championship side, our turnover was predicted to be X, and our turnover now, 5 years later, is 10 times that figure. That shows not only the need for the work that we do in Bristol, but the real support and the drive from the club and the people within the Bristol community to have a rugby-based, sports-based provision.
So would you say that on-field performance from Bristol Rugby has a direct impact on what you're trying to do? I mean, how important would promotion be? What impact would that have on the foundation?
Everything positive. In fact, the old adage that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger couldn't be more relevant for us. There's every reason why we shouldn't be in business. There are hardly any other championship clubs that even pretend to have a go at community rugby, never mind have a business turning over more than £500,000 a year. If we get promoted, we'll get a significant amount of guaranteed funding from Premier Rugby, but not only that, attendances at games, the perceived value and quality and image and standing of the rugby boys in and around Bristol, having a Premiership club, having European rugby in a redeveloped stadium. All the things around the foundation are supporting its growth. The key is to make sure and maintain that we're beneficial to the club, so we make them look great and we do some fantastic work on their behalf, and equally the club give us support and entries and communication and links and contacts that can really support the foundation and keep it growing.
And it's great because those values that rugby teaches can be transmitted into education, especially when you've got disengaged students.
Yeah, well, rugby, and this goes right back to the beginning, rugby's a brilliant hook, engagement-wise, disaffected young people especially, teamwork, honesty, integrity, having to work with young people, having to work with other people cooperatively to get positive outcomes, a bit of aggression and aggressive behaviour, but in a really controlled way, and the fact that every young person, short, fat, thin, fast, slow, skillful, not, has a role, is a brilliant hook.
Are there obvious crossovers between yourselves and the community trust?
Yes, there is, but actually Bristol's a wonderfully diverse community with football fans and rugby fans and some that like both, and each sport and each foundation and each club have unique qualities that have to be coveted and protected. That is what makes those programs special. But equally there are definitely areas of joint worth that, around the multi-sport area, working with certain young people, coaching sides, helping coaches become better. There is definitely some common ground. How that will develop as time goes by is happening right now. So there's a community audit happening at the moment, and the findings from that will be out in the next couple of weeks. But it's really exciting times, and I'm working personally very closely with the Bristol Rugby Academy department, especially around coaching, coach education, and helping keen dads become great coaches. And so it's very exciting times at the moment.
7 all-parliamentary awards and plenty of accolades over the years. How important is that recognition to you personally and the foundation?
It's massive. Regionally, it gives us a stamp of credence from at the very highest level, all-party parliamentary awards. So MPs from all parties, the sports department, sports ministry, are identifying and recognising the fantastic work that we're doing regionally in Bristol. In Bristol, it gives me a chance to cut past that sort of chat around trying to prove how good we are. Everyone accepts that we are the best rugby provider in the area. A really good example of this is Sport England are in the process of delivering, they've identified Bristol as an area that needs development and have put some fairly decent funding into the Bristol area, and Bristol Rugby Community Foundation is the recognised provider. So those awards give other partners the peace of mind to know that we are the top quality provider.
And today, what are the biggest challenges that the foundation faces?
I'd say controlled growth. We, 7-10 years ago when we first started, the department was in a bit of a state really. If we're carrying a Bristol Rugby badge, we have to deliver the best rugby that's out there. Yeah, it has to have safeguarding policies and all the minimum standards criteria that you'd expect, but the delivery's got to be amazing. Then when you sprinkle the Bristol Rugby stuff, match day, player appearance, mascot appearance, it makes it, out of the ballpark. We're in a completely different level. And that's why we've been so successful. It's not cheap and we get no money, so it's incredibly hard work, but that's what sets us apart.
For years we shared an office together up at Clifton Rugby, and it was almost a case of the foundation, keeping your head above water. Do you see going forward a real opportunity now, what with the stadium redevelopment, with the links with Bristol Sport, with hopefully the on-field success, that the foundation could really sort of go from strength to strength?
Yeah, we've built the foundations, so we're ready for that kick up to the next level. We're not waiting for the funding from London to keep us alive. We've set the platform across all the programmes that they're going to run already, and we run them ourselves, probably better than they do anyway. And that promotion, when it comes, will just give us that boost again. And so we're not reliant, we're ready, and it's, with the redevelopment of the stadium, with some fantastic new signings, and Bristol Rugby playing on a fantastic surface, top of the league again, and then we both know that those last 2 games of the season are the whole season. But we're more ready every year for the step up, and will really take off when it happens. The foundation is growing at an incredible rate with no guaranteed funding, with a club that's operating in the championship, the very top of the championship, in a stadium that's in the process of being redeveloped, in a part of a Bristol Sport family stable, if you wish, of multi-sports, and an opportunity to really take not only Bristol Rugby Community Foundation to a new level, but all the Bristol Sport community foundations and departments up to a completely new level, and actually offer sport to pretty much every single young person in Greater Bristol.